Hey Molly, how you doing? I'm gonna get started here, you guys. I am gonna light some incense real quick to get everything started. And yeah, so just give me a second here. Let's get all of our stuff going. And I will be right back. So just give me a minute. Okay, here we go. I am back. Okay. Just getting my stuff cleared out here. There we go. All right, let's light this incense. Okay, cherry vanilla, that is the way to go. And there is one of the cat's toys down here. Let's move it over here. Yep, makes a little squeaky sound. That wasn't a real mouse, but it does make squeaky sounds. All right, hope everyone has had a good day. Sorry for being a little bit underprepared. My computer had to update at the last moment, so it just took me a little bit longer. Okay. All right, so we're going to do Tuesday, March 23rd to thinking Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So March 23rd to the 26th, I believe. 23rd is Tuesday, 24th. March 23rd to the 25th is what we'll do. So let's see what we can do here. Okay. Just getting my cards ready here. So very beginning of the reading. And then put those down there. And here we go. Oh, smells good in here. I lit a cherry vanilla incense. Really good. Wild berry incense. They are, to me, they're the best ones that I've tried so far. As far as incense go. Okay. So let's get to shuffling here. I'm going from there. Hey Liz, how you doing? I love the smiley face emoji, guys. I love that you're happy to see me. Figure if I haven't been online for a week, I feel like people would be a little upset, but you guys never are, and I appreciate that. Doing good. I just I got busy. I did a closed, well, not sure if it's going to be a closed or an open circle, but I did my first circle yesterday, and that went really well. And I'm assembling that online class. I'm getting some presentation stuff put up and put together so that we can do our class, our online class. Trying to go all out as much as I can, and then I'm going to get the website updated to put that pledge page where you guys can sign up for the class. You don't have to pay anything. You can just, you can just sign up. You don't have to pay anything now, but then once the class is live, you guys will have pledged, and if you want to, you will have reserved spots ready to go, because I don't know how fast it's going to take off once I post it, so we'll see. Probably work on that tomorrow. Okay. Shuffle these one more time, then I'm going to go back to the Energy Oracle, shuffle those 2 more times, and then we are good to go. Did you have a good weekend, Liz? And if you're still there, Molly, did you have a good weekend too? Good. I'm glad to hear it was good. Things seem to be mellowing out. It feels like I don't feel like there's as much sensationalism in the media as there was before, but there's still some things happening. But I feel like the COVID restrictions are starting to lift a little bit. Sure, Liz, go ahead. You can either do it through PayPal. Well, here, let me do it this way. Look in my look down in the description to this video, and yeah, you can donate here too. PayPal, I just have the money sooner. Either way works, but you can do whatever you feel comfortable with. And then we'll definitely answer your question here after we get the readings done. I'm only doing 3 days today, so it shouldn't take me too long. Okay. All right, so we're going to do, like I said, Tuesday to Thursday on the reading. So let's get started here and see what we can come up with. And I would have this facing a little bit differently, but again, I have a table here that I do my work on, so I'll just hold them up as I see fit here. I can do it this way, though. Let me move stuff over. There we go. If I do it that way, that's probably going to work a little better. Okay. So we have, let's do one energy card here, and a card here. Then let's do 2 True Black Tarot cards. There we go. Okay, pile 1, 2, or 3, guys. And if no one says anything, I'll read all the piles at the same time. I'm doing really good, Abentika. I remember you were in the last live I did, I'm pretty sure. 2. All right, 2 it is across the board. Let's see what we got here for 2. If I can grab this last card, that's the tricky part. There we go. Okay, this card kind of follows us around a little bit, but we have the Thinking Woman in reverse. Well, glad to have you back. We have Abundance. Hopefully you had a good weekend. The King of Cups and the Page of Wands. There we go. Which I think was in reverse. So tomorrow, Tuesday, what we could be looking at here is being stuck in a situation where, yes, I'm still in the weekend, apparently. No, I had a very good weekend. Thank you for asking. Did a class, taught a closed circle class, and that went well, which is basically like mediumship. I'm teaching people how to develop their mediumship and their psychic abilities. So that was fun to be a teacher and to be there for people and to hear their stories and stuff. And that was really cool. Okay, so what I get with these cards, because we have the King of Cups in reverse, so feeling like possibly that we're being drained, I feel like there could be a creative energy, an abundance of creative energy around us. or there's an abundance of a resource around us that wasn't necessarily there before. Yes, it was eventful and it was great. It was good. It's good to be going out there and be teaching, so that was really cool. But these cards here, we're definitely looking at, I have the abundance and I have the thinking card. So I feel like we're in a mentality where we want to gain enough experience before we do something. So this could be an event coming up. This could be, for me, I'm always thinking of teaching and I'm always thinking of doing stuff like that now. So it could be that there's an event coming up. It could be that we're feeling like we're not prepared for something. It could be an event, a presentation, or it could be maybe a family get together. It could be something that could be kind of stressful and we feel like we're not ready for it. So Tuesday could be that we're preparing for something that feels a little overwhelming. It will go well. Things will be okay. But there's a tendency to possibly overthink it. When I see the thinking woman in reverse, that's like an overthinking person. Overthinking, underacting is what I would call it. So you're not taking action on your thoughts. You're just thinking, and you continue to think and think and think. The king is in reverse. The page is in reverse. So you could be dealing with a young fire sign. So that is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, or you could be dealing with a young or an older water sign. And this could also be you as well. This could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay, so let's look at these other cards here. So I'm going to do pile 3. Let me do this. Okay. And let's go here. Yeah, it's all about, for me, it's all about being in that space of abundance. Okay, so Tuesday is definitely going to be testing how we're handling that state. But let's look at some of these other cards. Woman holding a coin in reverse. Okay. Cat eating upright, which is always what you want to have. The cat eating card right there. So woman holding a coin in reverse. Maturity. 7 of coins. Kind of hard to see that it's a 7, but it says it right there on the bottom. And then the 4 of coins. Okay, again, right there on the bottom. It looks like it says 6 on that, but it's 4. It's an IV instead of a VI, but on the camera it looks a little different. So yeah, for some of us, this could be more work related. When I see there's a lot of coin energy here, a lot of financial energy here, or a lot of earth energy here, and I see maturity. So this could be maybe you're looking into investing. Maybe you're looking into doing something with money or finances or trying to be a little more grounded. So this could be opening up an account. This could be getting a loan, like a business loan. Something going on Tuesday where we're thinking about expanding a business, or we're thinking about expanding the house. We're thinking about doing something where we're taking a big step in realizing what it is we want to do, right? So we're taking action possibly on Tuesday, and there can be some fear there, right? So that's definitely what I'm seeing here. The maturity card is good though, because it means that you're ready for this, but it could also mean that you don't necessarily feel like this isn't in reverse. So if this is upright, this could be that we're getting ready to step into a position that we are ready for, but the woman holding a coin in reverse, we still have doubts. So let yourself keep going, because the rest of these coins are upright, and we're looking at being in a very advantageous position, possibly financially, maybe looking at a new house, looking at doing something. I feel like this is very favorable. There could be some setbacks where we don't feel like this is necessarily the right thing. Make sure to dot your T's and cross your I's. Okay. I said that wrong, but that's how you do it. I mean, you can dot a T and cross an I, and it's basically the same thing, right? Just make sure you do that. Make sure everything is signed and everything's in good order, and you will be just fine. Okay. Okay. All right, let's move on to this one. So we have strategy. Okay. self-respect. I am good, Neelam. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. So we have strategy, self-respect, Six of Swords, and we have the Ten of Cups. All of these ones are upright. So we are looking, okay, Neelam, awesome. Hopefully you've had a good weekend, and glad to see you on here. I'm thinking this is the first time you've been on here. I'm not sure, but so strategy, self-respect, Six of Swords. So we're looking at searching. We've been searching for something for a long time. We feel like we've found it. Okay, when I see the Ten of Cups, that is fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. We feel like we found something we've been looking for. Self-respect and strategy. We've been planning this. We've been trying to get our heads around this kind of energy. So this is a very successful energy. Like I'm saying, possibly on Tuesday, we're looking at more success, more, it could be business success. It could be, to me, it feels like it's more of a financial thing. When I see the strategy card too, it feels like it's more planning out and it's more getting things put in order. I feel like we have more control over this than, say, something else. It doesn't feel like an emotional thing. It feels like more of a financial thing. We have more say over the physical world most of the time, but sometimes it can be a little random. So be on the lookout for Tuesday to be a day of kind of reaping the rewards, but also be on the lookout for feeling like it's too much. If you feel like it's too much and things are actually fine, breathe a little bit and let yourself come down, and then focus again on letting yourself attract what you want to get out of this. But really make sure to pay attention to the details. If there's anything you need to sign, if there's anything you need to do business-wise on Tuesday, tomorrow, make sure that you do that. Okay, let's go to Wednesday here. Hi, Tiara. After I get done with the Thursday reading, you can ask a question. I'll put you on the list here. So I'm on Wednesday now, and I do 3 cards for each day. So we're looking at 6 more card piles that I'm doing, and then we go straight into the questions. So it's still going to be a second before we get to the questions, but I'll put you on the list. Hopefully you had a good weekend, Tiara. You are welcome. You are very welcome. Okay, so let's get these shuffled here. Okay, thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. I just try to do this so that everyone gets a general reading. All right, let's shuffle these. Hi, was it Catherine? Or was it Caitlin? Yeah, making that dough. Caitlin, okay. So we'll do Tiara, okay, and then we'll do Caitlin, and I hope everything's going well with you, Caitlin. I remember we were talking last time. So Tiara, Caitlin, and Neelam. Okay, you guys are in line. If you leave the video, when it comes to the questions, I skip over you and you jump to the bottom of the line, just so you guys know. So when I call your name, if I don't get a response within like 30 seconds, then I usually move on to the next person. Then you'll get moved to the kind of the bottom of the list. I feel like that's fair. So let's do Wednesday here. Not yet, Tiara, not yet. Post your question when I say your name. Okay, I've got you written down on a list, and then you can post your question. That way you don't have to post it twice. I hate having people post their questions twice because it seems like there should be a better way to do that. And if you guys are new here, thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate that. And now Liz jumps into the top of the list because she donated. So I will put her to the top here. You get you get good access to the questions when you guys donate. Okay, let me shuffle here. Priority access, I should say. Yeah, thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate that. And guys, please remember to like and subscribe on the video if you're not already subscribed. It helps out a ton. Yeah, it is. Okay, Neelam, just like I said, and thanks for the extra like, you guys. Just like I said with everyone else, when I say your name, then you can post your question, and then I'll answer it. Okay? I'm trying to be fair here, guys, so please understand. That just makes it easier for me to, so you don't have to post twice. Because it will probably get lost in this side. Yeah, don't worry, Neelam. Everything's cool with us. I'm just letting you know. I just don't want you to keep posting and think, why isn't he answering? Because I'll get to it. I got your names on a list. I won't forget. Got my list right here, so don't you worry. Okay, Wednesday. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Right, let's shuffle these ones. Thank you, Tiara. I appreciate that. So we'll have Liz, and then we'll have Tiara. Okay, so we'll have 1, 2. Okay, you guys are donated. Now, Tiara, for your question, how's my current Virgo feeling? And Virgo Edgar, how's he feeling? Gloria B, how you doing? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Okay, so Tiara, like I said, after Thursday we'll get to it. So I'll get through these readings here, and then Liz, and then Tiara, okay? Because Liz donated on PayPal too, so just be patient with me, Tiara. I hope that's okay. You are definitely priority, though, guys. Always remember when you donate. I'm doing good. I had a class that I did a closed circle yesterday, and that went well. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so for Wednesday, we have Angel of Balance. Okay, and this is just for Wednesday. This is for the group still. So Angel of Balance. First chakra, Archangel Michael. Okay, he's looking steamy. He's getting ready for some action. Okay, but this one's in reverse. We have Boundaries in reverse. Okay, we have. You're going to see me making some weird faces because I got to see. Yeah, this is still for the collective, Tiara. Right after I'm done, I'm doing Liz, and then I'm doing yours. So you jumped up to the list, but Liz already donated too. So that's kind of what we're doing. But don't worry, you will be coming up. So we have the 3 of Wands here, okay? And then we have Boundaries in reverse. So when I see first chakra, Archangel Michael, and Angel of Balance, this is just, to me, this is us letting ourselves feel safe enough to set up boundaries for another person. It could be more of a romantic partner, because when I see this card, okay, we're dealing with someone who could be more of the male persuasion, but also has a very strong kind of energy. And since it's in reverse, that strength could also actually be more aggressive kind of an energy. So it's not a strong, caring kind of an energy. It can be more aggressive. The boundaries and the Three of Wands, though, is saying for you to stick to your guns, especially with the Angel of Balance card. So Wednesday could be a day where we're looking at letting ourselves balance and approaching things in a much more balanced way. So focusing on love, letting ourselves balance, and have things be, how would I put this? Kind of don't let things roll over you, right? Don't let things roll over you. Stand up for what you feel is right for yourself. And if people don't like that, they can walk away. Okay, good. I'm glad you're still there. Caitlin, you're on the list. You'll be after Tiara. So we got 2 people, and then we have that, and we will address everything. So we do this here. And let me do this. Okay. All right, adjacent possibilities in reverse. Door to Spirit, which is funny because both of those are doors. Chivalry in reverse, and 5 of Coins. So 5 of Coins is this one, okay? So it's a bag that's ripped open. There's coins falling to the ground here. So we could be looking at promises not coming through. So we could be looking at there being 1 or 2 or maybe even 3 situations, and each one of those kind of falls through. But the reason why they fall through is for us to learn a lesson, and I think another door will open. Chivalry in reverse could be that maybe we're dealing with people that are not exactly kind or virtuous. When I see the 5 of Coins, that could be financial hardship. Adjacent possibilities, though, being in reverse, and Door to Spirit says that there's a lesson here. If we can get what the lesson is, and if we can learn from this experience, a better possibility will open up for us. But I feel like if we're too desperate, or we're going after things too hard, it makes it so that we lose sight of kind of who we are in the process, because we enter this desperation energy. And what happens is that, in my opinion, when we are really wanting something, we're already viewing ourselves as not having it, because we're saying, I want this, I want this. And what we're doing is we're using the law of attraction to attract more of an energy of I want, I want, I want. So it's the analogy of being very thirsty and drinking the ocean water and expecting to be nourished by that, but then you just get more thirsty because it's very salty, right? So when we come at it from a place where we're not as in a desperate place, then it makes it so that things can flow easier. Again, that's easier said than done, because some of us can be in some different places, right? But it's always good to step back if we can and approach things rationally, even though sometimes that is difficult. Okay, this is the last one for Wednesday, and then we're on to Thursday, and then we are on to doing the questions. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, journey. Okay, hostilities in reverse. Okay, journey. Alrighty. Hanged Man. Spiritual maturity. Okay, Wednesday, we're looking at taking a journey with a new perspective, a different perspective. A situation that could prove hostile could actually be something else in disguise. So this is kind of an important thing here. Something I've noticed that has helped me a lot in my personal life is I'll ask someone what they meant by that. I'll say, what did you mean by that? Or what's going on with that? Instead of, there's 5 people on the list. So, Haley, you're the 5th one. I'll add you. But, so it's asking someone what they meant by something, right? as humans, we tend to automatically infer something from a bias that we have about the person. And this makes it so that it's very, very difficult for us to think otherwise. We could take offense to something that literally there was no offense meant, right? Because maybe we're having a day where we're feeling a little more jagged or a little more edgy. So to me, when we're looking at this, I view this as letting ourselves feel free to ask the question, what did you mean by that? Or what's going on with this? And then if we get a negative answer, then, that's its own thing. But it's important to give people the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion, even though sometimes that's easier said than done. But in this situation, I feel like being more open-minded and saying, what did you mean by that? What's going on? That can be really good. Spiritual maturity is just that. It's kind of like we let other people think what they want to think, and we try to focus on our own selves. The hanged man is seeing things from a different perspective. Like literally, he's hanging upside down, right? So he's seeing things from a different perspective. He's also looking like his neck is going to be kinked a little bit, when you're like that. For a really long time, it tends to mess up your neck. We have journey, okay, and hostilities in reverse. So pay attention to the people in your life and ask questions. If you're feeling insulted or if you're feeling edged out, I guess would be what I would say. If you're feeling very frazzled, instead of taking offense, ask what the person meant. And then from there, try to calm ourselves down if something's going on with us. Because I've had those jagged days, and a lot of times people, they just don't know. Thanks for the like, you guys. And remember to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and like the video. I appreciate the likes. They help out a ton. And the subscribers have been awesome too. So thank you so much for that. But just let yourself focus on kind of seeing the best in people until they've proven otherwise. Innocent until proven guilty, kind of a thing. And see where that gets you. It takes time, but it can get us to a good place. Okay, let's move on to Thursday. And then we are taking questions. So let's do this here. All right, let's shuffle, get this going. Oh. Okay. Shuffle these other ones here. When you're working with 3 decks here, you got to be kind of dexterous. Means I got multiple decks. Ambidextrous is... Anyway. They're card jokes, people. They are not going to be popular. They're probably going to be horrible most of the time. I do dad jokes, but I don't have kids. So it's always good. All right, let's do this. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got it cut on Monday, I think. So I appreciate the compliment, though. I'm liking it, too. How was your weekend, Denise? Oh, hopefully it breaks out of lockdown soon. Okay, Thursday. The Thinking Man. Third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. I think I'm saying that right. Serendipity in reverse. Okay, and then this card is really cool. Don't let it scare you. So this one is the Devil in reverse. So, Caitlin, you had a couple questions. when it comes to you, if you pay for a reading, we can go a little bit more into it, but I do one question per person. Unless they pay, then they can ask more questions. And that you just asked me there, that sounds like a lot of questions. In which case I can refer you to the website and you can do a 3-question card reading from the website that way. And that's about $22.22. So that could be something you could look into, or we can address one question. Again, when it comes to your turn. So don't post your questions until it's your turn, guys. Let's see, Devil in reverse, which is to me, so what we're looking at here is I feel like we could be someone who's taking action on Thursday. So maybe going out trying to get stuff done. But there's a lot of energy here. When there's the Devil in reverse, we could be healing an addiction or a way of being. So looking at maybe we're trying to eat better, maybe we're trying to get on a better sleep schedule, maybe we're trying to do something, but there could be a blockage that way, because when I see serendipity in reverse, it's not quite feeling like things are all right. Okay. So this to me could be that we're coming off of something. We're trying to get over an addiction, or we're trying to break a bad habit. So Thursday would be a good day to break a bad habit, but it's also going to be a day that will kind of push back against you. I feel like there can be success on this day to break a bad habit, but it depends on you and that gentleness that we've talked about so many times. When we come at something with a gentle perspective, then we don't really fail at whatever we're doing. Instead, we take lessons and we take steps towards achieving what it is we want to do. As soon as we start going into, I have to do this, and holding on and doing that kind of thing, we've already lost. Does that make sense, you guys? We've already kind of lost that battle. We need to go at it in a gentle way so that we don't really fail. Instead, we're taking steps towards success. And sometimes those steps go back a little bit. Well, okay. If you have to leave, I can do that. I can answer your question really quick, Tiara. So Edgar, how is he feeling? You're very welcome, Denise. All right, Tiara, I will look at your question. How's Edgar feeling? I've got these love tarot cards right here. I'll put that one back in there. And I will address that really quick, seeing as you have to go. So let me do that. And again, thanks for the donation. I appreciate that. Okay. How does Edgar, Virgo, okay, Virgo Edgar, how is he feeling? So, Tiara, I get, this is the maturity card, but it's in reverse. So is Edgar someone, is he more closed off, or is he easier to talk to? Because this energy to me, I'm feeling like this is someone that is kind of closed off in certain directions. And if you're coming to me and you're asking me how he feels about you, that to me says that there probably isn't open communication towards you and him. Am I right? Or maybe you're just trying to get insight on the situation. No, you're hold on. I've got a little bit more insight we can go into, but is that correct? Because if it's the immaturity that we're talking about, this is a kind of person that can sort of put us in a way where we feel like we're reaching out and we're doing all the work, and then they're barely putting in any effort, right? Because we're curious about them, we're curious how they feel, but yet I don't feel like this person would be curious how you feel. So there's a kind of a disconnect there of you're putting in all the effort or the energy and the other person isn't necessarily reciprocating. So let me look here. And then I get patience in reverse. So a person who's immature and not very patient or impatient, right? So I feel like this person has a lot of hangups and issues in relationships, especially. So intimacy, I feel like would be kind of a difficult thing for this person. Emotionally, I do feel like there's a tendency to be closed off. Does that make sense, Tiara? Okay, you're together, but is there something blocking the connection here? Because these cards I'm getting, I feel like there is a lack of maturity. I can draw some True Black Tarot cards here, though. Let me do this real quick. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to shuffle some more cards for you. I just get a sense that if there's something... Right. Okay, so there is a blockage there. Have you tried telling him that? Have you tried telling him that there's a blockage, or is this kind of something that you can't speak about? If that makes sense. Draw another card here. Okay. All right. Let's do this here. Let's see what we get. Let's do one more card for Tiara. I do get a sense of a blockage, and I feel like I heard the word, it's like backwards or backtracking, but I feel like I was hearing backwards. So maybe, let me look. Let me look for a Tiara. Is he just using Tiara? I see, so I get 10 of Cups in reverse right here. Normally when it's upright, it's emotional fulfillment, but when it's in reverse, it feels like something's missing. Yeah, Amber, I can add you to the list. Let me do this here. Hopefully you had a good weekend, Amber. So when I see this, it's emotional fulfillment in reverse. So I feel like there could be a tendency towards this person not knowing how to be expressive, right? Maybe emotionally. I feel like it's draining to deal with this person on certain days. Or maybe you feel like that they think you're draining to them, if that makes any sense. Because 10 of Cups in reverse is a card that is, I don't feel like the person appreciates you as much as you would want them to. To me, that's kind of the feeling I get with 10 of Cups in reverse. So you can say yes or no to this, or we can, but to me, I don't feel like it's necessarily a relationship that would be like the healthiest in this scenario, because it feels like there's a disconnect, and I feel like the person you're wanting to connect with won't open up in the way that you would feel comfortable. Right. And you want him to open up. You want there to be at least some kind of emotional vulnerability, I'm sure. You want there to be a connection. And if there's not, that makes it kind of difficult. If you're putting in the effort and the other person isn't, do you know what I mean? It's like, and sometimes men have this thing where they give money to show affection, but they don't necessarily show support or emotion in any other capacity. So their way of showing love could be money. I'm not saying that's what's happening with Edgar, but I'm saying it's a thing some men do. So they feel like they can be more lax in the other departments. Because I get a sense of just not feeling emotionally fulfilled. If you're coming on here and you're talking to me, that says to me that there's a disconnect between you and him, and you probably don't feel like you can talk about it with him in a way that he would understand. Even though I feel like you'd come at it in a gentle way, maybe he wouldn't see it that way. I feel like when it comes to emotions, it's more, I guess, a little bit difficult for this person to process it as much. That's what I feel, Tiara. Hopefully that helps answer your question. Right. If he feels for you, that's the thing though, is like, you're saying he feels for you, and that's great. But if you feel like he's purposely hiding the vulnerability, that's going to eventually create resentment down the road, not necessarily because you want that to happen, but because it's like you're expecting a certain level of vulnerability, of openness, and if you're not getting that, it makes it hard for you to want to keep going in the relationship. Because a relationship should be deeper and deeper. It shouldn't be getting more and more shallow or feeling like there's a pulling away. There should be vulnerability on both parts. That's kind of the whole thing. And then you guys can help work on each other's issues and problems. Yeah, it will create huge problems. It's just when we're not feeling as much of an appreciation, the thing is, it's not up to Tiara to try and fix anything. It's this other person. She can only do what she can do for herself. Tiara does what she can do for herself. That's the only thing she can do. If the other person wants to follow suit and be with her during that, they can. But to me, I don't necessarily feel the sense that the person's using you, but I do get the sense that the person is blocked off emotionally to expressing things. And I feel like that will eventually get very annoying, if not intolerable, to you, Tiara. So it's up to you what you want to do. But in order to allow yourself to move forward, maybe a kind of an uncomfortable conversation has to happen and kind of go from there. But yeah. Right. You can only affect your reality. And if other people want to step into that reality that you're a part of, because you are, then they can. But it's kind of a shared thing. And in a relationship, in my opinion, right, a relationship is, I feel like there's three people in a relationship. There's one person, then there's the other person, but then the relationship itself, when those two people are together, it's kind of like it's its own entity, right? And I feel like if one person is evolving and changing and opening and being vulnerable, and the other person isn't, it makes it so that third thing, the relationship itself, it makes it so it starts to deteriorate, because it's kind of like having if one side of your body was really healthy, but the other side of your body was infected, right? Or there was something wrong with the other side of the body. It makes it so the one side that's healthy, that's great, but the other side that's deteriorating isn't helping the unit. It isn't helping the body in full, because there's kind of infection that the other part has to deal with. Hopefully that makes sense. But we can only do what we can do for ourselves. Again, hopefully that helps answer your question. And yeah, I'll shuffle these cards here. I'll just get into the questions now. Okay, let's see here. All right, Liz, are you there? Oh. Okay, so Liz, ask your question, and I'll talk to Tiara here for a second while we're doing that. So, okay, let me say this, Tiara. Yeah, hold your ground is really good, but also do not quit shining, just because some people have to squint to look at you. Just because some people have to block the sun from their eyes, that doesn't mean you quit shining. Okay, if other people have trouble with your own self-expression, especially when it's in a relationship, then I would say really look at what's going on, because you should be able to express yourself. If someone else has a trouble with how you express yourself, hi, Asia. I'm doing Liz's reading, and then I can jump straight to yours here. So let me do this. Okay. All right. Yeah, so Asia, thank you so much for the donation. We will get to your question. Don't you worry about it. But we're addressing Liz's question right now, and we're going to go into that. So, Liz, should you take the trip next month? Right now, I'm feeling excited. So is this something you've been planning for a while, Liz? It feels exciting. It feels like there's something going on here. I feel lighter when I'm focusing on this trip. So it feels like there's something recently. Okay. So you booked it recently. Has this been something you've wanted to do for a while, though? Or is it more of a... Oh, it's a solo trip. Okay. Let me look. Oh, you haven't booked it yet. Okay. Well, I'm feeling like the thought process of it is really wanting to do it. Is it a tropical thing? Or would it be a tropical vacation? No. Okay. Well, shoot. I've been wanting to do a tropical vacation. I think that would be fun. Let me see what the cards have to say, Liz. And thanks again for the donation. All right. Let's see this here. Oh, okay. Maybe that's where I was getting that from, because it did feel like there was tropical. Like I felt it really strong. I felt like I was hearing Ibiza, or I was hearing something like that, like going to the beach or going out somewhere. Let's see what we have here for you. Okay, so here's what I got so far for you, Liz. Let me sit up here. Let me do a bunch of various things. I got to take a drink, and I had to itch my ear. Oh. You were thinking of the beach first? Or... Okay. Sorry, getting distracted here. So we have the Thinking Man, okay? Then we have Broken Heart in reverse. Then we have Angel of Love in reverse. Now, what I feel here, we have the Thinking Man, so we're thinking about it. We're possibly going to take action. I feel like you've been thinking about it for a while, and maybe you've almost gone to the part where you've booked it, or you've almost done something, but then we back out. So I feel like we're getting ready to. When I see broken heart in reverse, I feel like this is a good thing for us to do. But the angel of love in reverse. Okay. Wanted to go for your B-Day, but you don't know. So this is something that I feel like you said recently, but why do I feel like I've been planning this for a while, but you said recently. So I don't know why I'm getting a while. I've been planning this. Because if it's a birthday vacation, would this be like a bucket list kind of vacation where you're doing something that you normally wouldn't do, and it's kind of just going out there and sort of experiencing who you are as a person? Is that kind of what I'm getting here if you were to do this? So I can do this here. Let me shuffle. Okay. When I get the broken, right, COVID happened. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of a pent up kind of energy, right? So now we're wanting to travel and we're wanting to be a tourist in a different place. I get it. Or maybe a Taurus in a different place. Are you a Taurus? Or are you an Aries, Liz? Aries, okay. So I'm going to draw some more cards here because you donated a little bit more. So when I see the broken heart and the angel of love in reverse, to me, this feels like I'm breaking my own heart, right? This feels like something's happening. But you don't know. You don't know if something's going to happen when you're out on the trip. Maybe there could be another wave or something could happen where you feel like you could be stuck in a situation, possibly. Let's look at these cards here, though. I've got the True Black Tarot. Let's look at what we can do here. And then psychically, I can see what I can get here. I'm feeling almost a queasiness in my stomach. It's like an excitement feeling, but it almost makes me feel nauseous. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Well, we'll get an answer for you here. What would be the result if Liz were to travel alone next month for her birthday? So I'll do two cards here. So I get the Knight of Swords, and then I get Anent right here. So something that's existing out of time. So this right here, the Knight of Swords, is kind of a guarded card. But this is what's interesting here. So the Knight of Swords is guarded, right? He's wearing armor, but not on the top part. To me, this is showing our independence, and this is letting ourselves do something. When I get this card, though, I feel like this is us feeling a little bit like we're kind of like we're children again. Like you said, you haven't traveled alone, so it could feel a little scary that way, right? What I feel here is that there will be a trip for you in the, how would I put this? My thoughts are getting all jumbled, so I need to refocus here. What I feel here is that it would be good to claim your sense of independence in this situation. However, if you feel uncomfortable, then I would advise not going. If you feel like you would want to wait for other people, that might be the better route to go. If you're feeling uncomfortable, that would make it so that maybe the energy wouldn't be necessarily right, because the Anant card is kind of a card beyond time and beyond space. So this to me is a card we could be looking at where I feel like you're going to have a trip soon, and it could be a really good trip. It could be, I would think, life-changing, but I do get a sense that if we are feeling guarded, if we're feeling like we can't quite do it, maybe we should wait a little bit. But I understand wanting to get out there and stretch your legs, wanting to get out there and be in the world. But if you're feeling uncomfortable with it, I would say the best thing to do is to kind of take a step back. Because when I feel myself focusing on this, focusing on your energy, I get excited, but I get nervous. And I don't feel like that would be a very fun vacation if we're looking over our shoulder kind of a thing. Right? If we're kind of like looking around, wondering what's going on, I feel like we'd want to feel relaxed. You know, does that make sense, Liz? Okay, good. And usually traveling with friends and being in a situation where, especially if we're in a foreign place, I feel like traveling with other people makes it so that we just feel safer. And in that way, we can have more fun. You know, it's just kind of like we can let our guard down a little bit. So I'd say save up a little bit and then just kind of see what happens from there. But hopefully that helps answer your question, Liz. And thanks again for the donation. Okay. All right, Asia, are you there still? Hopefully you are. You're very welcome, Liz. I appreciate you having you here on the channel, because this is good. You bring a really good energy. Everyone here brings a good energy, but I just appreciate that. Okay. All right, Asia, how does Gemini feel towards you? So let's look. How does Gemini feel towards you? Let's do the love cards here. Sure, Amber. Let me do that for you. Give me 1 second. It always takes me a little bit to get the thing. Nope. Okay. All right, here is the link. Okay, Amber. This goes for other people too. You want to donate? I would much, much appreciate it. Okay. So, Asia, how does Gemini feel towards you? Is this person a little more restrained? I feel like I'm buttoning up my buttons all the way, and I feel like I have maybe more of a professional side to me. I'm not sure. but I felt like I was someone who I feel a little more guarded. That's kind of the reason why I'm asking. Alrighty, let's do this. So, how does Gemini feel towards you? There could possibly be a nurturing energy, and then I get spiritual maturity. So I get reparenting yourself, and I get spiritual maturity. So I'm wondering, Asia, are you helping this person with things in their life? Do you offer them advice, or do you give them some of your wisdom? Let me put it that way. Because these cards right here seem to be pointing in a pretty good direction. Oh, he has an X. Okay. Oh, he's an X. Okay. Okay, so the reparenting yourself. Let me see what else I get here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let me look more into this. When I see spiritual maturity and reparenting yourself, did you help this person? Did you help this person grow in some way? Okay. Just curious, because those two cards, we'd be focusing on possibly that person taking away something. Hopefully. Let me see. Okay. Let's get some more information here. So, Asia's X. Let's see. And vice versa. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So let me see what I got here for your X. Seven of Cups in reverse is something I'm getting here. So when you guys had and then my finger got hot. So when you guys had your relationship, was there cheating that went on, or did anything happen, or did you just sort of fall apart? Because when I see this in reverse, I'm just curious. I'm wondering if something happened, basically. Because the Seven of Cups upright is about choice. When it's flipped downward, when it's in reverse, it's about the lack of choice. So I feel like something happened that was beyond our control, possibly. Maybe not necessarily the most amicable split, but I don't know for sure. That's why I'm asking questions. So. Okay, that makes sense. You didn't heal from it, so you had to go. So, I can understand that. Do you feel guilty for having to go? You said you couldn't heal from it. Do you feel like there's guilt there that you couldn't heal from it? Hopefully it's okay to be asking these questions. I just want to get to know. I know you guys have to type your answers out and everything, but yeah, there we go. Okay. That's what I wanted to know, because yeah, when we're focused on that, the other person has to change too. That's absolutely true. And a lot of times when something like that happens, the other person can kind of become numb to things. There you go. Yeah, he could have been more sensitive to your needs, or more appreciative, or more allowing it in. Yeah, you're after Caitlin, Neelam. You're still in line, don't worry. So then the spiritual maturity and the reparenting yourself is the work you've been going through. So to me, that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, appreciation is one of those things that without it, a relationship just kind of crumbles. So that's something that I feel like you've been focusing on, you've been working on. So I feel like this person is still in a place that they're not emotionally fulfilled yet. I feel like there's a sense of the word ungratitude or ungrateful came to my mind. So possibly there's a situation where this person's feeling ungrateful. I feel like something's going on with this person where their energy isn't necessarily in a positive place at this moment. So I feel like something's going on. Not that you should do anything to help that situation, but I feel like this person is really good at putting themselves in a situation, possibly not asking for help. And then when they get help, they could possibly be upset, thinking that they had it handled when they didn't. I don't know. I don't know if this person had a lot of pride or if this person was like that, but something I feel kind of uptight, I guess would be the way I would describe it. But yeah, I don't necessarily get a good vibe of like checking in on this person would be a good idea. It feels like there's still things that they're going through, and I don't know if they're consciously focusing on actually letting them happen and going through the emotions, or if they're focusing on I just don't feel like they're still with their thoughts. That's kind of my feeling. The emotion, because I feel like I'm blocked right now. I feel like my heart is blocked, and I feel like that makes it so I can act rather crass and careless with other people's emotions, because I don't feel the same way other people do. I don't feel the same way other people do. So I don't feel like people should feel the way they're feeling necessarily. You know, I don't feel like I'm a bad person, but I feel like there's a block. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. Hopefully that helped answer the question, Asia. Okay. So Amber, are you there? You're very welcome, Asia. Thank you again for continuing to donate. You've been awesome with that. I appreciate that so much. And you guys, please like, share, please like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I would really appreciate it. And just like the video if you can. So Amber, what is your question? You want to know how Nick feels about you and if you'll hear from him again. Okay. How does Nick feel about Amber, and will she hear from him again? So let's do 2 cards. How does he feel about you in the moment, like right now, and will you hear from him again? So I'll do 2 cards for that. And we'll obviously go into a little more discussion, but let's see what we have. So, how does Nick feel about you? And will you hear from him again? All right, how does Nick feel about you? Okay, and will you hear from him again? Amber, I want to say, do you feel like you're someone that's pretty outspoken? Are you someone that says what's on their mind? Okay, so I get this spiritual maturity in reverse, and then I get this card, forgiveness in reverse. So I get a sense that this person probably looked at you and thought, was this person kind of insecure, this Nick person? Someone who was kind of like you could say something to them and they could feel like they were being attacked or something like that. Was this person more of an insecure kind of person or more secure? Very insecure? Okay. So major identity issues. Okay, so this is why this comes up this way. So when we're looking at spiritual maturity in reverse, we're looking at this person looks at you and thinks, who are you to tell me who I am? And you're not someone who's telling him who he is. You're just probably helping to guide him towards something that he himself cannot see. But what I see is that this person thinks, who are you to do this? Like, who gave you the permission? And you're just seeing someone that needs help. You just wanted to help somebody. And this person takes it as, I don't know, a blow to their pride or a blow to their dignity, but they're also not someone who allows. I just feel like there's a blockage there. And then when there's forgiveness in reverse, I feel like there's a tendency for this person to maybe hold a grudge or even stonewall, right? Stonewall is when someone refuses to talk to you, like they're in the room with you, and I feel that. That's the thing. I don't feel that you were doing anything wrong, but the thing with this person is, even though you weren't doing anything wrong, I feel that this person made you feel that you were doing things wrong. Because in a healthier relationship, this wouldn't have been an issue. In a healthier relationship, the other person would look at you and say, thank you for helping me with this. They wouldn't feel like they were being attacked or threatened. Does that make sense? You can be very accommodating, but if it's to someone who already has a chip on their shoulder, it's not going to help them feel better because they feel, they either feel like the world owes them something or they're in tremendous debt to something or someone else. And so they're either those two things. They feel like the world either owes them or they owe someone else who helps them this kind of thing. I feel like that's the best way I can describe it. I don't get the sense that you were being anything other than helpful, but I don't get the sense that this person was being anything other than closed off. So if you're being open and helpful and allowing yourself to be put in that position where, hey, this isn't my issue or my problem, I think so. You're willing to give a part of yourself. You're willing to give a big part of yourself. And this person, I don't feel has the emotional capacity to do that. You said there was identity issues, right? And when there's a lack of identity, that usually means that there's other things too. There could be intimacy issues. There could be creative issues, hobbies that they have. There could be a lot of stuff tangled up with this person because they don't know how to express themselves in a way that they feel comfortable. So it turns into kind of going after other people in a way where they don't know how to necessarily be healthy, I feel like. Let me look here, though. Let me do some more. Let me do one more love card here and see. Right, and that's good. But sometimes I feel like sometimes we rebel for just the simple act of rebelling, not necessarily because we want to, but all right, Natasha, I'll put you on here. I'm doing Amber's reading now, but after that we can do yours. So let me put you on the list. How are you doing, Natasha? Hopefully you're doing good. And again, thanks for the donation. Okay, let me shuffle these and then we'll go to you, Natasha, but let me do this. So I was going to say some people rebel because they want to rebel and there's a reason for it. And they feel like they are not that person, so they rebel. And they have a strong sense of identity when they do so. Other people, I feel like when they rebel, it's just to rebel, right? And sometimes they find themselves along the way if they're open to new ideas and ways of thinking. But sometimes we get stuck, we rebel, and then we just sort of have this attitude of like, not. Yeah. So you were the only one supporting his music. Yeah, Natasha, it went through. And thank you so much. It went through. You're coming up right next after Amber here. So thanks again. I appreciate that. Let me see what else I can get, Amber. I'll do one more card here, and then I'm going to go on to Natasha, but let's see. Okay, so this is what I get. Amber, we get the Sacred Woman card, okay? And this for me was, I feel like this situation was brought into your life for you to understand boundaries and how to proceed in future relationships. So I get the sense that this person didn't see that from you, though, but you learned to see it from yourself. So I think there's wounds here that can be healed moving forward. I get the sense that this person they just didn't fully appreciate you and respect you for who you were and trying to help them. And there's wounds there, but I don't feel like they're your wounds to worry about anymore. I feel like this person needs to kind of focus on themselves and allow themselves to do what they want to do. And if they don't want you to be a part of their life, or if you're the one that ended up walking away, I think that's kind of the thing going on here. Okay. Thank you again, Natasha, for that. I got forgiveness in reverse for you, Amber. So I feel like there's still some stuff there. I think they'll come around eventually, but they're not necessarily mad at you. It's like there's triggers that I feel like when we get, yeah, I think you did, Natasha. I'll spend some extra time on your question, and we can dive a lot more. Okay, good. I was going to say, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to give it back. Otherwise I could, but I'll spend some extra time on your question. But when we get in a relationship, right, there tends to be triggers that are pressed, and there's people that can handle those triggers being pressed. And when I say a trigger, I mean it triggers a wound in us. And then we act all crazy, and we can act really angry. We can act really sad. It triggers different things. For men, when these triggers are pressed, and it's usually in a relationship with a woman or another open man, right? When these wounds are pressed, there tends to be a sense of going ballistic, and the men can't handle it. And so it's hard for men to express themselves emotionally. And those core wounds, those triggers, a lot of men have the emotional response of, I would say, like a 7 or 8 year old. And so it makes it kind of hard for men to express themselves and be able to deal with things. So Amber, I don't feel like he's mad at you, but I feel like you brought things up in him that he didn't want to see, and that was hard for him to deal with. I don't think you did anything wrong. I just think he wasn't able to handle you as a person and what you were bringing to the table. Hopefully that helps make sense. Okay, let's go to Natasha here. Okay. So let's see. You are welcome, Amber. You're very welcome. And thanks again for the donation. Let's see. Okay, Natasha, so we're going to combine these here. You want to know what your person's intentions are and if you should take the leap, okay? So let's do some energy cards for this one. Some energy cards. And please like and subscribe if you guys have not subscribed. I appreciate building up the subscribers because it means I can do this, and I think that's a good thing. Hopefully I'm giving something back to you guys. As I've said many times, if the camera's not here, I still do this. It's just not recorded. No, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? I'm just in here talking to myself for hours. That would be weird. Okay. So, new person. New person's connections or intentions, right? So I get door to personal healing and happiness. Okay. That's a good card to have. But then I get carrying connections in reverse. So let me do this. So Natasha, if you're here talking to me about this, there must be some hangups that we have going on here, right? There must be something going on because I see carrying connections in reverse, and then I see third chakra, Archangel Chamuel in reverse. So I can read this one of two ways. I feel like this person could be someone who's more timid, right? Or this person could be very overbearing sometimes with their energy. So I'm trying to understand this. Because when I see carrying connections in reverse and then I see the third chakra card in reverse, I'm trying to understand where we're coming from here. So there must be something going on. You're thinking of taking the leap, but you're suspicious. So what is your higher self telling you? What's going on with you, Natasha? Explain a little bit to me, and then we can go from there, and I can draw some more cards. But I'll put these off to the side, and I'll draw some cards here. Let's do the love cards. I'm just going to be shuffling. He is a Taurus, a new person. Okay. Is this someone you said a new person. Is this someone who kind of appeared in your life quickly? Or is this someone who's sort of been in the background for a little while and now you're starting to be interested? Hi, CC Moon. I can add you to the list, CC Moon. We can go from there. So one question, one question is going to be about $5. You can either do a super chat or you can donate to here. Either way. But Natasha Nicole, so I'm going to draw and enter some energy cards here. See, and I'm getting that too. Is this someone? I'm just going to say what I'm getting, Natasha Nicole. So is this person someone who's more professional, more logical in their way of thinking? I feel like it's someone who's maybe more serious. Because I also get the... Yeah, Liz, you can donate for another question. Thank you, CC. I appreciate that. And yeah, Liz, you go ahead. I'm going to put CC up here. So we're doing Natasha's reading, then we're doing CC's reading. And then Liz again here. There we go. Yeah, seems right. All right, CC, thank you so much. I saw the donation. I appreciate that. So you are next after Natasha Nicole. So hopefully you can wait just a little bit and then we can, and don't ask your question yet. Get it ready. Be thinking about how you want to do it and then we can go into that, okay? So just be thinking about it. When I arrive to you for your question, then you can ask and we can go into that. It came at a time of needing healing. I don't know if a gift from a universe or a test. So here's something I got for you, Natasha. So I get caring connection. Like I said, it's caring connections in reverse. And then I get the third chakra archangel in reverse right here. He appeared quickly. Okay, that's what I was thinking. We also have the door to personal healing and happiness. Part of me feels like this is kind of a test situation. The reason why is because I feel like the way this person kind of appeared, it feels kind of quick. Like he appeared quickly, but I feel like things are moving kind of quickly. Is this person, are you dating this person now, or are you thinking about dating this person? I'm just curious with that. Can I take another drink of water here? Hold on. Okay, I'm just going to put this on the floor. Ooh. Okay, so here's what I get. I get strategy working in this sense, okay? And then I get the yin yang card. So I feel like this person kind of knows what they're doing a little bit. My advice would be to take it slow. If this person is trying to speed things up, see what happens if you set boundaries and try to slow things down. Okay? This is a very important thing to learn. Yeah, he seems more serious. Okay. So this is an important thing for us to learn with these connections, is that you're the one that's in charge here, especially in the dating process, right? So let yourself sort of see how things are playing out. I would say take things a little slower with this person, especially if things seem to be moving very, very quickly, because oftentimes that can be a red flag, okay? When things are, because I got the strategy card, and then I have third chakra, archangel, and then I have caring connections, okay, in reverse. So to me, this is working on someone who I feel like is trying to test your boundaries or test your waters, so to speak. So stand up for yourself and be strong in this. And I would say the best thing to do is to talk with this person and say, we've been moving kind of quickly. I want to take things a little slower. And then if they ask why, say, just because it makes me feel a little more comfortable, and see what their reaction is. You can tell how good a man or a woman is depending on how they handle you setting boundaries for yourself. If they seem okay with it, that's great. If they get upset about you setting a boundary for yourself, they are not the person for you. Okay. That is my advice on that. So that is what I would highly recommend. Okay. So Natasha, does all that make sense so far? I don't feel you're in any danger or anything like that, but I do feel like it's important to see how people react when we're setting boundaries and when we're saying that we want to take things slow, or that if things have been happening very quickly, usually what happens is I feel like someone comes in, things happen very quickly, we fall off balance, and then when we're off balance, um, people can come in and they can hurt us. So I feel like that's kind of a narcissistic thing. When things are moving way too quick, it should be slower. Okay, thinking about dating him. So if you're thinking about dating him, take things slow. Allow yourself to take things slow and really see how that plays out. In my opinion, when we're talking about the dating aspect, we want to be friends with the person before we, I mean, be intimate, be with the person for sure. But I feel like when it starts out as a friendship first and then it blossoms into a relationship, that's the best thing you can have. Okay, then if you feel there would be balance, go for it, but let yourself set the pace. That's what I'm seeing here, is that I feel like this person could tend to be a little more controlling. So let yourself set the pace and let yourself kind of focus on allowing you to be in charge. Okay, that's all I'm saying. If you feel like it would be fair, go for it. Okay, try it, but just take your time with it and allow yourself to get accustomed to the person's energy and see how they react to you. um, Saying who you are, expressing yourself, setting boundaries. But I would say just go for it, but go gentle into that good night. Okay, so yeah, hopefully that helps answer your question. Does that make sense to you, Natasha? Okay. Okay. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Just allow yourself to be the one in charge. And in my opinion, friendships always blossom into the best relationships moving forward. You are very welcome, Natasha. So, CC, what is your question? And thank you again, Natasha, for the donations. I really appreciate that, especially the double donation, which was very, very kind of you. So, thank you so much again. And just allow yourself to be in the process, be in the moment, and see how things are going. Okay. And let yourself take things slow. Don't be swept up in the whirlwind. Let yourself take things slow and really get to understand what's going on with this person. So, all right, Cece, if you're still there, go ahead and ask your question. Oh, man. Do you see me in the drum? Okay, let's see what we can do, Cece. Same, Cece. I get you. Working from home's pretty nice. I'm wearing, well, let's just say I'm wearing sweatpants. That works, right? Not wearing any pants at all. No, I'm wearing sweats. But yeah, working from home definitely has its perks. Okay, let me see what I can find for you. I think that's where we're heading to in the new age. We're looking at going into the, not that this is your job field, but the gig economy, where I feel like people are going to be helping other people directly versus from big companies. So I think work from home is going to become something that a lot more of us can do because we'll be our own bosses and we'll be supplying something to people from. Basically, we're entering the age of Aquarius, the digital age. A lot more people will be working from home. Let me put it that way. But anyway, let's go into your question, CC. Okay. Let me figure out how we word this. Do you see a new job for me this year? Do I see a new job for you this year? So that was your first question. Okay, I do. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. But so this card right here, we're definitely looking at taking things to the next level. That one. Hey, Frederica, we are doing good. How are you doing? And it might be the okay, sorry. Okay, so the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, and this coming in is something where we're focused on things happening for a higher reason. So I do feel like there will be a job coming in. I see this card here, and I don't know if you do spiritual work, but this card to me signifies there could be some spiritual work involved, so I'm not sure. Well, thank you for stopping by, Frederica. We do things differently here. I just yell at people for an hour, and I hope that's okay. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. So, welcome. So, Cece, do you do anything in the spiritual realm at all? The 7th chakra Archangel card. I'm curious with this one. Coming up for a job reading. I'm trying to understand it. So let me know. I like to talk with you guys when I'm doing your readings for you so that I can understand a little more what's going on. You do manifest a lot. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So this is showing that the gears are moving a little bit quicker. So when you say, are you wanting a job, you're going to be manifesting it. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like the pay might be a little bit less, and maybe you're prepared for that. It might be a little bit less of pay, but I do feel like there could be something here where you would be working at home, and I feel like there could be advancement opportunities. Does that make sense to you? And I feel like I'm getting conflicting information, so there could possibly be 2 different job options, and I do feel like give me a second here. Let me focus. Not that you're hurrying me along. I need to make sense of this because I'm seeing different things. So the best way I can describe it is I feel like I'm getting two different paths that could be coming for the situation where we're looking at working from home. One path I feel like is going to be more rewarding. I feel like there's going to be less pay with that path. The other path, I feel like I'm doing something with primarily, maybe I don't know, maybe I'm building or maybe I'm doing something where I'm making structures. I don't know. Of course you want it. Yeah, everyone wants an increase. I feel like it, and I don't know if you do anything with architecture or anything like that or building something. I feel like one job you could be working at could be from home, but I do feel like there's something to do with structure. I was seeing red and I was seeing a lot of red, which to me would be structure or being rooted or grounded kind of work. So it could be exercise. It could be something to do with being grounded. Let me take another sip. Oh, another sip of the water here. Okay, lots of invoices and contracts. Okay. And you're working through a company to do that. You probably don't own the company. I imagine if you're looking to jump ship, possibly. So you're looking for something. Are you looking for something that's the same job as what you have now, but you could just work at home? Or would you want to do something new altogether? Shuffle here. Okay, we'll take that as a sign. Let me draw a True Black Tarot card here. I do feel like there will be something coming up. I feel like within the next maybe 4 months, that's kind of when I was feeling. Could be 4 to 5 months before something happens where we're possibly looking at a new opportunity, because I feel that it's going to take that much time for something to come in. That's just kind of what I'm getting. Okay, that makes sense. So the red could be that you're looking at taking something, there could be more passion in something that you're involved with. So it could be doing something with IT. I was seeing structures. So, I mean, you say you're in IT, so it could be maybe working on servers or it could be working on something like that. I'm not sure. But I was feeling like I was working on structures or I was doing something with structures. And I felt like I was maybe building or maintaining something, but also working from home. I'm trying to make sense of that. So I get this card. Hold on. So I'm getting a little ahead of myself. I get this card. This is the World in reverse. Okay. So this card here is, to me, things will happen, but I don't think they'll happen necessarily when we're expecting them to happen. So, like, let me draw a True Black Tarot card on top of that too. With vendors, okay. Could be the vendors then. Could be associating or not associating. Could be. So there could be something with that, being sort of the middleman in a way, or being the middle person in a way. Let me look here. Yeah, when I see the World in reverse and then I get the 9 of Wands in reverse, here's what I feel like is going to happen. So I do feel like you're going to be called back into work in an office. You'd rather work at home, so I understand that. But I do feel like when you get called to work into the office, right, you're the bridge. And that's kind of what I was seeing too. Managing relationships would be something I would say. Maybe not necessarily part of the job description in so many words, but I do feel like communication, relaying messages, and you said you're super organized as well, could be why I saw the structured energy, where we're organized. Like you said, you're ready to go, you're ready to learn. So I feel like you're looking for something rewarding, you're looking for something maybe that challenges you possibly to think in different ways. I do see this as a possibility though. So I do feel like you will be called to work back into the office. And I do feel like there's not going to be, there could be where there's not much of a choice. You might end up working back in the office for a little bit. And then I feel like another situation could come in. I feel like it's going to be through online though. I do feel like you're going to be looking for something and I think you'll find something. But it's probably going to be when you're possibly back in the office or when you're doing something else. I get the feeling that you won't be at home when this is going on and you're searching necessarily. I feel like I'm doing something else. So, and the wolf here, it's being defensive, right? And you can't see it unless I go up really close. There's blood on the paw and it's being defensive. So I do feel like something will happen that's not necessarily favorable, but I do feel like this could lead to something else in the long run because we have this card, Uriel. So the manifesting is definitely part of this. Okay, good. I'm glad you can see that. So the manifesting is part of this. Know that if you do go back, if you're keeping your mind open to the possibilities, I think there can be another job for you that would be, I do feel like it would pay just a teeny bit less at first, but I feel like there would be more opportunities to grow in the new job opportunity. So that's what I'm seeing. So it's not a bad thing, but it might seem that way at first because I feel like things will get shaken up for you a little bit, but then I feel like you're going to find the thing that you want to have. So I'm saying 4 to 5 months. And if not around that time, then I would say, I feel like there's portals or there's like snippets of energy throughout time, I guess would be the way I would describe it. And I feel like if something doesn't happen around that time, then spring of next year would probably be when something would happen, or January of next year was something I had come to my mind as well. So focus on the manifesting part and allowing yourself to just be in that space. So my suggestion is this for manifesting. You probably already know all of this stuff I'm going to say. I'll just say it. Focus on saying things like, and thank you for the like, and please subscribe, you guys. It helps the channel a ton, but enough of that. So think of whatever it is you want to have and imagine yourself already having it, and then say things that correlate to you already having it, not you wanting to have it. When we're wanting to have something, what we're attracting to ourselves is more of us wanting to have it. Okay? It's literally drinking ocean water and expecting to be satiated and expecting to feel not thirsty anymore. What we're doing is we're attracting more of ourselves of the thing that we want. So when we say, I have this, or I am this, we're coming at it from a place where we already have the thing we desire and we're attracting it to ourselves. If we're saying, I want this, or I need to have this happen, we're stepping further away from it because we're just allowing situations where we want more of that energy to come in, and instead of us having it, we're getting further and further away from it by saying I want to instead of saying I am or I have. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, okay. So does that answer your question, CC? I think I'm going to move on to Liz here. You are so welcome, CC. Frederica, so if you want to do a question, you can donate to this link here. And we can do that, or you can do the super chat, and it's about $4.99 or $5 for a question, and that'll get you about 5 minutes or more, depending on how talkative I am. There you go, CC. That's absolutely it. I can do some generals for you. Kind of looking at the energy. If you want to, Liz, we can do that. Questions are preferred because I feel like I can get more information that way. If we were doing a one-on-one, no, it's not worth rushing. As I've always said, and I've said this in my chats many times, never force a fart, okay? When you force a fart, bad stuff happens, okay? Let things happen. Let shit happen, okay? All right. I know it's a gross analogy, but it does get the point across, be it a bit graphic. All right. So let's see what we have here. Let me move this over here. Let me stretch a little bit here. Oh. Great. See, I'm glad you're stealing it. Go for it. All right, more of a general reading for Liz. Oh, Denise, you're still here. I didn't know you were still here. It's a good one. It is a good one. General reading. Move those over there. Yeah, everyone has opinions, just like farts. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's also another one for that, but I'm not going to say it on the channel. It's a little too dirty, a little too lowbrow. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so Liz, I get first chakra, archangel. Let it focus. See, I have to cover my face. If I do this, it unfocuses. When I cover my face, okay. First chakra, Archangel Michael, okay. He's a snazzy looking fella. He doesn't need to wear much. I wouldn't either if I looked like that. I'll be honest with you. Okay, door to value in reverse. And then we have third chakra, Archangel Shamuel, upright. So we are working. Liz, hold on. Let me take a drink here. Okay. So we're working on building up. It's kind of the same thing I was saying. This is the red card. This is a red card. This is structure. Okay. So this usually happens in infancy in us. Generally, when we are born, we're building up the root chakra. Then we have the, give me a minute here, root chakra, sacral, and then we go up and up and up. So what this means to me is that we're working on establishing self, we're working on establishing identity, we're working on establishing how we see the world, and not so much how the world sees us necessarily, but we're learning to stand out a little bit more, okay? So when I see this, it's basically being able to say, this is me. Yeah, like going through a transformation, absolutely, absolutely. But here's this right here. So then we have the door to value in reverse, okay? So the door to value in reverse is kind of us stopping the process, us thinking maybe it's moving too fast, or us thinking, I don't know who I'm going to be on the other side of this door. I don't know who I'm going to be when I do the transformation. I don't know what's going to happen. we tend to have a fear of, I'm not going to say a fear of success or a fear of failure, because both of those fears are actually the same thing, just in a different way. Fear of success and fear of failure is actually the fear of change. No matter how we think about it, transformation is the same thing. There can be change. Who are we when we change? What's going on there? My pocket just vibrated and there's no phone in there and I don't know what happened. That was weird. Okay, anyway, so, but we're working on a transformation, right? We're working on this store to value. We're working on trying to get this upright, okay? The reason I feel this is in reverse is because that's something that is a feeling of trying to understand our own worth and our own sense of self-value. Absolutely, becoming more spiritual. Here's the interesting thing. So then we have third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, okay, another shirtless guy. He's kind of rocking it, I guess. He's going for it, you know. But when I see this to me is definitely a card where we're focusing on willpower, okay? Willpower is a huge part of being human, okay? So if we take the first chakra, that is structure, that is power, that is our identity. We take the second chakra, that is our expression. Those are our hobbies, our things that we're passionate about, right? When we take the third chakra, it is our willpower. It is being able to go out there, get what we want, and do what we want to do without feeling like we're being too pushy. We're kind of just going out and achieving what's ours and getting what we feel like we're due, okay? This, to me, is a very powerful transformation. So we're looking at trying to, because the chakra cards aren't in reverse. So we're looking at self-actualizing in a pretty powerful way. So when we're looking at self-actualizing, I'm going to draw another card here. But Liz, is this making sense to you so far? I want to put that out there. I want to ask so that I'm not just railroading here. Okay. So self-actualization, what tends to happen with self-actualization is there tends to be a dark night of the soul. And it tends to happen in a way where it can catch us off guard. This is a powerful sense of self-actualization. And when we're focusing on the third chakra, we're focusing on the flame, we're focusing on the light. And when we are focusing on that light, that is kind of what's guiding us through. When I say it's a dark night of the soul, or it's kind of a confusing time, there can be a lot of anxiety with this. There can be insomnia with this. There can be different things. There can be lower back pain. There can be a lot of different issues going on with this because we are stepping into ourselves. And I feel like this is a bigger transformation. I don't feel like this is a more subtle transformation. This feels pretty big. Especially, Liz, if you're thinking about taking a vacation by yourself. If you're trying to think of these different things, to me, it feels like there's growing there. There's a lot of things going on there. So let me look what we have here with these cards. And the solar plexus, Liz, is also where we express mediumship. It's the willpower, right? Solar plexus is the willpower. So let me do this. Okay. We tend to hold on to things as humans. We tend to hold on to a sense of self-identity as if that's who we really are, and it's not. All of it's an illusion. It's a convincing illusion. Want to use your gifts. Absolutely. I'm setting up that class very soon, and I can help you to express that part of yourself, Liz. So do not worry about that. I will get that class set up. Okay, here we go. Whew. Lots of energy with this. 2 of Wands. There we go. Two of Wands right here. So this energy right here, we're looking at making a path for ourselves. Here's the interesting part, though. We can go left or we can go right, and either way is us. We're not going to veer off the path. We're not going to do something wrong. When it comes to self-expression, there isn't a way to self-express wrong, right? The universe, I don't think, would allow for a wrong sense of expression in any way. All of it is kind of artistically designed and beautifully designed to work as it should. So how we want to express ourselves, our gifts, our spiritual nature, are just us to the world. That's something that's hugely important. And I feel like either path we take will be the right path. The Page of Wands in reverse, though, which we had earlier on, much earlier on in the reading, not in this reading, anyway. Page of Wands in reverse is we need to take our steps from being a neophyte or a new apprentice kind of energy, and we need to allow ourselves to step into a higher role where we're taking more accountability for ourselves. That feels scary. It's easier to be under the tutelage or to be under the supervision of someone else. It's hard for us to go at things alone and to feel like we're alone. I don't feel like we're alone. The reason this is in reverse is I feel like we're taking steps to try and do something in our life, but we're not exactly sure what we're doing. And I'll let you guys in on a secret. I don't know either. I don't know anyone that does. And anyone that tells you they know what they're doing, they're full of it, okay? And they're going to force that fart. I'm just letting you know. Okay, my opinion, they're full of it. Nobody knows. We're all just kind of guessing, and we're hoping it's the right guess. We're really hoping it's the right guess. But so I see this as a profound sense of self-expression coming through, and I feel like this is going to be a very good time in your life. And so are you an Aries? What's your other sign? What's your Chinese zodiac? Liz. Oh. Okay. I was going to say if you're an ox and it's the year of the ox, that could explain why there's a transformation. But if you're not sure, that's okay. That's all right. I know I'm a Taurus snake, which means that I am very, I guess, very indulgent, but also very lazy. Or I'm very ambitious, but I'm very lazy. And those two, that's hard. That's hard to deal with that. That's like trying to catch air. It's hard to deal with being lazy and ambitious sometimes. Gotten better with it, but that was a struggle in my life for a very long time. Do you have a question, Liz, that you'd want to ask? Any other questions? Because we can go into those a little bit. And guys, please like and subscribe on the video if you would not mind. You're very welcome, Liz. Hopefully that gave you some insight. Be in the moment more. I'm not saying you're not in the moment now, but I'm saying in these times of transformation, if you feel like things are moving too fast or you're kind of spiraling out of control because it's a lot of energy, be in the moment more. Allow yourself to focus on your breathing, because that takes us from the past and the future mentality to focusing on the now. When we focus on breathing, we bring ourselves to the now, we ground ourselves. So let yourself be in that space if we're feeling a little out of control, if we're feeling like things are too much. Okay, good. Good. And there's the grounding exercises too. We were doing those for a little while. but we're not going to be doing it. We're probably not going to be doing it this time. When I do the mediumship class, I might put that in there. I'm not sure yet, but we can do that. Yeah, allow yourself to experience life however it's coming at you, but don't think that it's this energy, this quick moving energy, it will fade, but because it's a transformation energy, it's like the Tower card. It's it'll be psychic and mediumship development. So you'll get psychic development and mediumship, and it'll be a 12-week course. The course. So yeah, it'll be 12 weeks, and we're getting people interested. I just need to keep pushing it and getting more people interested and going from there. So I've got you, and I've got some other people interested. Yeah. You will be the first to know. I'll come on here and I'll set it up tomorrow, and then you'll pledge, right? And all you do when you pledge is you just put your email in. And then as soon as I'm ready to, get the class going, then you'll pay at that point. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll be setting up the pledge, and I'm thinking the next couple weeks we're going to actually start doing the online classes, and I'm thinking Saturday is going to be when we do it. Would Saturday work for you guys? I want to do it when everyone's able to do it, and I do my closed circle on Sunday, so I'm thinking Saturday would probably be the best day for me, but okay, Saturday. What about you, Denise? Would Saturday work? Oh. Awesome. We get a yeppers from Denise, so that's always good. Okay, so when I set that up, what I'll do is I will list it on my YouTube community page. Or like when you guys see that I'm going live and I post an icon, you know what I'm talking about. I will post the link there, and I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll set up a pledge page. And you guys will be the first to get in on the class, but your spot won't be reserved forever. So once it goes into a paid course, then get in there while you can, because I'm going to try and drum up as much as we can, as many people as we can, but also to still keep it as an intimate classroom. I'd want to have 14 people, but we'll see. Oh, a horse in Chinese zodiac. Okay. So it's not the year of the ox for you necessarily, but the horse is very steadfast. So that makes sense. And that could also be why the transformation can feel kind of jarring, is because the horse is all about, and there is a pun here, the horse is all about being stable. Yeah, Haley, you can still ask. Let me do this here. Let me go right there. I'm going to light another incense, so give me just a second, and then Haley, I can address your question here. Okay. In just a moment, guys. Okay. Haley, I promise you I'm coming right back. I'm just going to go to the bathroom really quick, and then I'm coming right back. Okay, I am back. Okay. Okay, so will you in the future move abroad to US, Minnesota, or stay in the UK? So let me focus on this one. I don't think I'll draw cards. I'll try and see what I can do this way. Okay, so Haley, I feel like you'll move. It does feel like the US. Something that I feel like is going to happen is it's going to take some time, possibly to get a green card, because I was seeing, or to get a card, to get citizenship. That's what I'm thinking. It will take time to get citizenship, or it will take time for you to be there full time. But I feel like there is a possibility of you moving here. I'm seeing a lot of greenery, so wherever you would move, maybe it's more out in the country. I'm not sure, but it does feel like there's something where I feel like the sun is shining a little bit more. And to me, the UK, when I think of the UK, I don't think of it as being very sunny. I think of it as being more overcast a lot of the time. So to me, I feel like, yeah, the United States could happen. But I do feel like it's going to take some time. So hopefully that helps answer your question. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that helps. Is there any other questions people have here going forward? Not really sure how long. It feels like it's dependent on a lot of other things because I see gears moving. And when I see the gears moving, the teeth are connecting and then it's rotating. So I feel like a lot of things would have to line up for the gear to move, for there to be a rotation, for there to be a completion of a cycle. So I think there's several things. So it could take anywhere from tomorrow to a couple years or longer. It just depends. To me, it feels like it's going to take some time. This feels like a slower moving energy for sure. So that's kind of the impression that I'm getting. But it could happen, but it feels like it's too far in the distance for me to properly. The further something could be, in my opinion, the further something could be in the future, possibly, it's harder for me to get accurate information because the energy field that I'm accessing, yeah, maybe 5 years. The energy field that I'm accessing is quantum, right? I feel like as soon as I look at it and I start observing it, I'm already setting in motion parts of it. And same with you. So depending on what decisions we make, it could be if I said, definitely, you're going to go to Minnesota on this date, on this time, um, usually that's not going to happen unless you're very close to already doing it. I feel like it's a place that's green, really green, like known for their greenery. So I'm not sure where that would be. Maybe, if not Minnesota, maybe Vermont or maybe some other place. I'm not really sure, but it feels very green and it feels like it's a very lush green. I don't feel like I'm in a city. I feel like I'm out somewhere else when I feel this place. And it does feel sunny. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. And it's a very kind of I don't deal in absolutes. I take the energy you have towards whatever it is you want to have, and then I take that and I look at it, and then we go from there. I don't know. I don't know about lakes. I feel like it's a place that has, well, and that's probably going to be where you end up going. I feel like it's going to be a place where I'm feeling like I'm getting more exercise, or I'm doing something where I'm moving more and I feel happier and I feel more vitality in this place. So I feel like it's going to inspire you to make good life changes once you're there, if that makes sense. But I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. You just got to give it time, because to me, it feels like it's going to take time. It's always fun to, I would imagine it's always fun to move, to get out there. It can, yeah, their winters can be pretty rough in Minnesota. I would, you know, I've always wanted to go to Vermont myself, or go up to a place like that. But those places have some pretty bad snow too. So if you're going to deal with the lakes and the sunshine, you kind of have to deal with some of that stuff too. Unless you go to Hawaii or someplace like that, then there's other issues there though, because there can be natural events that can be kind of rough to deal with. So, it depends. It really depends. Will your daughter love it? I'm thinking we'll just stick to the one question for now. I know you've donated in the past, Haley. But we'll keep it to that for now. I feel like you would like it. But I do feel like it's going to be a ways out to be, it's fun to think about, but I do feel like it's going to be a little bit of a ways out before it becomes a reality. But if you like it and you talk to her, she probably would like it too. It does feel like it's going to be down the road a little bit though. So, take it with a grain of salt and just go from there. We can definitely do that. So, I'm thinking if that's all the questions, you guys, I will log off. I'll probably come back on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday, and then I'll do the weekend readings for you guys. So, you guys take care, and I will talk to you on Thursday. So, ta-ta, and see you guys Thursday. Same time, okay? Doodles, everybody. I'll pack these up first. I'll leave the chat open while I pack my cards up here. Might as well do that. I feel like that's fair. There's something we deal with no matter where we go, Haley. It's kind of tornadoes are scary, but I don't know if that's happening. You're very welcome, Haley. Very, very welcome. Hope you understand the one question thing. I'm trying to be strict with that, so. Put those away. All right, you guys, the cards are put away here. Thank you so much for your support. And I really appreciate you guys. And I'll be on Thursday, same time. So 5 p.m. MST. And I will see you guys then, okay? See you later.